Hi everyone. I'm going to read a short extract from my book about writing, The Reason to Write. This piece is called Burton. As I said earlier, my life has been shaped by mentors, none more important to me than the Victorian polymath and explorer, Sir Richard Francis Burton. I've drawn inspiration from his view of the world and from the conventional society in which he lived. A titan from a lost age, Burton has inspired me through his sense of adventure and by his adamant refusal to go along with accepted logic. His attitude towards publishing is almost more inspirational than anything else. Had I not known Burton was born on the 19th of March, I would have sworn he was a Scorpio, just like me. In my opinion, the best biography of his life was written by Mary S. Lovell, and it's entitled A Rage to Live. The book, which describes the lives of Sir Richard and his wife, Lady Isabel, captures the sense of the great polymath's all-consuming need to create and to realize his work as he wished. The frequent tirades against the leading publishers of the day were a thing of legend. Coupled with the outbursts was Burton's enthusiasm for material that shocked the delicate sensibilities of Victorian society. The unfortunate combination led him seizing the reins of control and publishing his corpus privately. One of the most important works in my life has been The Arabian Nights. I'm fascinated by all kinds of editions that exist of that monumental treasury, from the ancient handwritten Arabic texts to the first European printed volumes and the later ones too. Thousands of editions of the Nights have been published, but none matches Burton's in terms of scale or scope. Between 1885 and 1888, Sir Richard released a colossal 16-book limited edition comprising both the main as well as supplementary volumes. His book of The 1001 Nights and a Night, as it's titled, is a challenge to read on account of the florid and decidedly archaic turn of phrase. I know a few other triumphs of industriousness, quite so remarkable, or at times quite so obscene. Even though Burton marketed it directly to subscribers through a fictitious private society, there was still danger from the very long arm of the Victorian law. In the hope of putting the censorship police off the scent, Burton's printers, a respectable firm in London's Stoke Newington, talked the hot-tempered author into advertising the address of his imaginary Kama Shastra Society as being located in Benares, India. My own reasons for publishing directly have been rather different from those of Sir Richard. I've never needed to release scandalous material as he did. However, I was stirred by the way he and other authors at the time launched limited editions. On this subject, I have very strong feelings and am relatively outspoken, believing certain objects, especially books, should at times be made available to a restricted audience. For this reason, I published the initial edition of Casablanca Blues for certain people and for them alone. The fact that the wider public were unable to get their hands on my Moroccan-based novel delighted me. For the first time in my life, I was wresting back literary control.